Have you ever wondered if you could build a real business, but without all the massive startup costs and the whole hassle of a traditional storefront? Well, today we're cracking open the blueprint for one of the most accessible and, let's be honest, most misunderstood business models out there: direct selling. For millions of people, this is way more than just a side hustle. It's a totally unique doorway to becoming an entrepreneur. It's a path that kind of bypasses all the usual gatekeepers, and it gives you a real shot at building something that's 100% yours. But the big question is, what does it actually take to walk through that door and build a business that lasts? Let's find out. So to really get a sense of the scale here, just look at this number. We're not talking about some small niche market. This is a global industry pulling in over $180 billion. That is a massive economic engine, and the coolest part, it's not powered by giant corporations. It's fueled by millions of individual entrepreneurs just like you. All right, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to define the opportunity. Then, we'll get brutally honest about the reality of it all. After that, we'll dive into the 3 different paths you can take. And finally, we'll give you a concrete blueprint for success. Okay, so let's break down what we even mean by direct selling. At its heart, it's actually super simple. You're selling products directly to people without a physical store. Really, just think of yourself as the bridge connecting a fantastic product to the exact person who's going to love it. And this is where the model really shines. Check out that initial investment row. We're talking maybe a few $100 to get started compared to, tens of thousands for a retail shop? That low overhead means way less risk. But then look over at scalability. It's just as high as e-commerce, so you get that personal touch that online stores are missing, but with all the growth potential they have. That mix right there is what makes this so incredibly powerful. But, and this is a big but, accessible does not mean easy. Not by a long shot. If you really want to succeed, you've got to be honest about the challenges just as much as the opportunities. So let's pull back the curtain and look at the real day-to-day life of an entrepreneur in this space. The appeal is undeniable, right? You get handed the keys to a business with amazing flexibility. The parent company usually gives you a business in a box. That means the training, the marketing materials, the tech, all the stuff that would cost you a fortune to build yourself. This lets you just skip all the tedious logistics and focus on what really matters: building genuine relationships with your customers. But that dream, it has a price. And this quote from a seller named Jennifer just nails it. She thought it would be simple, but quickly realized that success isn't automatic. It's earned. It's earned through strategy and just pure persistence. And that brings us to the very real challenges you have to be ready for. Let's be real about these. Your income? It can be a total roller coaster, especially at first. The market is definitely competitive. And all that freedom everyone talks about, well, it's powered by some serious self-discipline. The biggest takeaway here is that this isn't just a sales job, it's a personal development journey. You're building yourself just as much as you're building a business. So once you're clear-eyed about the reality of it, it's time to choose your path. Because, and this is important, not all direct selling is the same. There are really 3 distinct models, and each one plays to completely different strengths. So you've got 3 main options: single-level marketing, multi-level marketing, and the party plan. The key thing to figure out is which one fits you. Are you all about that direct customer connection? Are you a team builder? Or do you love creating a fun social experience? First up, we have single-level marketing, or SLM. You can think of this as kind of the artisan model of direct selling. Your income comes directly from your personal sales. That's it. Your entire focus is on mastering the product and building deep one-on-one relationships. This is for the purist, the person who just loves the craft of selling and building that loyal customer base. Next up, multi-level marketing, or MLM. Now, this model introduces a total game changer: leverage. Yeah, you're still a seller, but now you're also a coach. You earn from the sales of a team that you build and train. This is less like being an artisan and more like being a business architect. Your job is to design and lead a whole sales organization. And finally, there's the party plan model. This is all about turning shopping into a fun social event. And forget just living room get-togethers. Today, we're talking dynamic virtual parties, live streams, the whole shebang. This model is all about creating a fun, interactive experience and building a community around the products. It's basically selling through celebration. Okay, so you've picked your model. Now what? Well, success doesn't just happen, right? It's engineered. This is where we get into the actual, actionable strategies that separate the top performers from everyone else. The top folks don't just hunt for sales, they build a system, a customer funnel. It starts with creating awareness with really good content. Then you build interest with demos and stories. You guide them with personalized advice, make buying super easy, and then, and this is the crucial part, you create loyalty with dedicated follow-ups. See? You're not just making a sale, you're building a relationship, one step at a time. But a great system is nothing without the right mindset. There's a story about a seller named Rahman who really got this. He learned to treat every no as feedback, not failure. That's resilience. You also need the self-motivation to be your own boss, the curiosity to never stop learning, and the emotional intelligence to build connections that are actually real. And as you start to grow, these 4 pillars become absolutely critical for scaling up. You've got to balance using technology smartly, managing your time like a pro, systematically developing your team, and being strategic with your resources. Mastering this balancing act is what takes you to that next level. I absolutely love this quote from Brittany, another seller, because it just cuts right to the heart of it. You don't have to be some born extrovert or a slick salesperson. The real secret is finding the model and the strategies that amplify your natural strengths, whether that's your ability to form deep connections or your knack for building a fun online community. So there you have it. That's the blueprint. It's a model with a low bar for entry, but a really high bar for success. It demands strategy, resilience, and, most of all, authenticity. The real question isn't, does this model work? It's, will it work for you? You've seen the plan. Now, do you have what it takes to build it?